The latest global state of small business report revealed that the COVID pandemic has affected diverse owned small businesses the hardest. Now, new programs are aiming to provide support for these businesses on the road to recovery and some new tools for job seekers. Now, here to share more is Irene Walker, the founder and program director of Meta Elevate. Good morning, Irene. How are you?
Good morning, James. I'm doing great, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for joining us. So, tell us about how your program is supporting Black, Latino, and Hispanic owned businesses and job seekers.
Well, James, actually in 2018, myself and some other Meta employees actually recognized that the Black, Latinx, and Hispanic communities would benefit from having more tailored resources. So what we wanted to do was to find ways to support these businesses so that they could reach more customers, they could grow their business, and find a way to be more relevant. Now, because of the pandemic, obviously, as you mentioned, they are hit the hardest in terms of how they keep their business viable. And so what we've done back in 2020, we created a goal to reach 1 million members of the Black community, 1 million members of the Hispanic and Latinx community as well, with a customized platform that's specific to them as a community, where they can find training, they can find online learning, they can also find ways to join other networks and get additional resources to help them to grow their business. So it's something that's been very personal for many of us as we created this program to reach individuals so that we can demystify what some people feel intimidated in trying to understand how to use Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp to build up what they've done and started.
Irene, is this a form of an ecosystem?
In some ways, it is a little bit of an ecosystem, but we like to say it's a community. Our ecosystems are communities. And it's great that we do this with Elevate so that we can connect like-minded businesses, whether they're locally or nationally, to support each other. And it's personal for me because my father was also someone who was a small business owner, African-American gentleman from Philadelphia. But he was also trying to have these resources through figuring out marketing and having them. So we put all these together in our community and provide other resources such as certifications as well for people to continue to level up their marketing skills.
Now, what are some of the top tools for job seekers in the changing economy?
Yeah, well, one of the things we say, because digital marketing is such a hot topic now, James, we say that if you have a phone and you have a social media platform, then that's the best way for you to reach your businesses and to reach people even. So if you're a job seeker, you're probably looking for a way to validate that. And one of those ways is through our Facebook digital media certification. We offer scholarships through Meta Elevate to take an assessment. And once you've passed that assessment, James, you can put that on your profiles to say that you've been certified through Meta and then be put into a network of other employers who are looking for people with those skill sets and experiences. So we're really happy about this program because it's helping to create more jobs for people.
Now, small businesses had a busy holiday season, but what help is available for them now?
Yeah, well, we certainly don't want that momentum to die after the holiday season. And as we're coming up on Black History Month, we want to be able to use that as a way to continue that growth. One of our themes for this year is Black 365. So we say it's just not a moment in time, but it's a movement. And so we continue to have things all through the year. But James, as we always say too, locally is where you're going to find the coolest, the most creative products and services. But if you can't find those locally, then you can also find them online. On our Instagram, for example, we've got Shop Black, where you can go ahead and find other Black-owned businesses that you can support. We also have a cultural guide that's been created by our business equity team. So if you want some additional ways that you can support those businesses. And last but not least, then we also have our Buy Black program that has special opportunities throughout the year. So we want to make sure that this continues to grow these businesses. There's other ways for us to continue to support them too.
Now, how can this information help startups?
Well, a lot of startups are struggling with trying to figure out, well, how do I get my name out there? How do I find other resources that are important for startups? And so we have those resources. We have different influencers who have made successful startups as well. We've had businesses who start off with just a small handful of followers, and then they grow their followers to 250,000 followers within the span of 6 months, which are things that are important to startups. So that type of training and programming is available through our program. And it's all what I say, my favorite 4-letter word, James, free. It doesn't cost you anything to participate.
I like that 4-letter word. Now, where can our viewers go for more information?
Yes, go to facebook.com and find the Meta Elevate group, because that's where you're going to get the most personalized resources and support for how you're going to grow your business. And if you just want some general information about our program, just go to facebook.com/Meta Elevate. That's where you can learn more about the programs and then get links to all of the training, how to join the group, and then how to find additional resources.
Irene Walker, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend and sharing that information.
Thank you, James. Take care.
You too.